Hey, y'all. Listen, I'm back. We're here for Married to Medicine recap. I hope y'all was watching. Listen, you know what? This Married to Medicine, it wasn't bad. It was okay. Nothing monumental really kind of happened. It kind of was the same old little status quo. I see y'all out there. I appreciate y'all stopping by and hanging out with me for this recap. Candy, Felicia, Candace Speaks. I see y'all. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, everyone. I see y'all. Thank you for coming through. We're going to break this episode down. I don't think it's going to take us that long. As long as y'all act right, we're going to be cool. We're going to be good. Because this particular episode, like I said, not too much really went on. Not that much happened. Hi, everybody. I do see y'all out there. Let me bring up my boo. Okay. My partner in crime is here.
Hey, everybody, what's going on, Diva? You caught me when I'm taking a picture of my plate for you.
Listen, don't be busy, y'all. It's my tea time. It's Canilla's dinner time. But we came here to do what we do. This is the time that we do it. Hey, Mel, I'm adding you to the screen. What's going on today?
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
What is going on, Mel?
How are you? Okay. So listen, guys. We opened up and they are still at this where they at? Oh, they're still eating and they're playing this, never have I ever game. And they're still in Vegas right now, right? And you know what? Dr. Jackie said she never smoked weed. And listen, everybody was looking like, huh? But I'm right there with Dr. Jackie. I never smoked weed. Okay. Canelo, you want to have confession night? Did you puff on the weed before ever in your life?
Yes, I have. But I'm going to tell you, it's not as bad as everybody think it is. But the thing is, it really relaxes you. It really does. No, I'm serious. This was back when I was in my 30s. This was like my early 30s. Oh, wait, with Black Panther, I do.
You remind her of king folk. You remind her. Oh, see, we got some meat eaters in there. Felicia says she never has she ever, okay? Candy said me either. Wait, Candy says puff, pass back in the day.
See, I only did it for like 2 years. And I did
you was engaged for 2 whole years. Okay.
But I don't do it anymore though. Because of my when I got the pinched nerves, it hurt, when I cough, my whole chest becomes sore, so I had to stop. But it would definitely relax you because it was one time I went to my the lady who does Herbalife. She was my distributor. I didn't know she smoked weed. She was like a 74-year-old woman. Did not know she smoked it. Took me to the back.
Was your distributor,
no,
you said? Or she was
Herbalife. For Herbalife. Every time I say that, people, when I used to say that in the past, people be looking like.
I mean, boy, I'm just trying to pick up on what I'm hearing here, okay?
No, I know it sounds crazy, but she was never my distributor for weed. She was distributing for me for Herbalife. That's all. I know I ain't gonna call myself.
Wait, listen. Plum said I inhaled only. My friend car windows rolled up. LOL. So she was a victim of secondhand smoke. It wasn't her fault. Okay.
You know what
and Canelo, now we know the truth. You had a dealer. Roy, did you ever do the puff on the weed? You plead the fifth. All right, I accept it.
Oh, you already know he did. Pleading the fifth ain't gonna keep you from not being we know you did because you know what? Look at them lips, black.
Wait. Black Panther. He said, don't be trying to tell my business. Black Panther said, wait, hold on, guys. He said, I never smoked weed either. Weed smoked me. Well, I'm trying to tell you, listen, it is what it is. Wait, she was selling. She was selling Herbalife. Wait, Canelo. B and BJ said she was selling Herbalife, not Herbalife. But anyway,
we ain't gonna do BJ. We ain't doing that.
I'm trying to tell you, Mel. We hate to bring you into the shenanigans, but you ever do a little puff?
I plead the fifth too. Oh yes, I do.
That's right, man. That's right.
You know, Miss Steve, I'm a Christian, honey.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what weed is, honey. I don't know what that is.
I hear you. We're like, what's that?
I
Well,
don't know.
I'm just trying to tell you what the question that came up on the never have I ever. Okay, I'm just saying here.
Okay.
Candace said we smoked her. Okay, all right. So you know, they played the never have I ever game, and some things came up. And the ladies was just chilling and having a good time together. Now they're all preparing to go to this. I guess it was a brunch or whatever it was that Dr. Jackie threw. Right? Contessa's getting ready. She called her husband, and her husband gave her good advice. He said, "Listen, whatever you do, don't bring up the videos with Dr. Heavenly." In other words, he was just trying to tell her, let it go. Right? Contessa.
I was going to say,
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say one thing I love. I just wanted to question. One thing I love about those never have I ever questions and all those shows. They're so shady because you learn so much tea about the housewife. Because I think Anila was the one that had to answer the question whether she had. Come on now, I'm about to go. We can't do it on your channel right now. But she said what she did in the bedroom, honey, and it was not a Christian act. I think that she was definitely talking about some things going on. And the girl's sitting up there quiet. I looked at her with the side. I'm like, really, Miss Quiet? The way that people talk about you in Atlanta, you just doing missionary. You ain't doing nothing else. Okay.
Well, you see, I purposely tried to skip over that.
I did. Like Mia said, I did, honey. I saw it. Oh yeah.
Okay. Did you see? I purposely tried to, and then she didn't want to. What do you call it? She wanted to kind of backtrack on it once she found out the ladies wasn't, kind of feeling with her and kind of vibing with her on the situation. She tried to roll the bus back, but it's too late, boo. You don't let the train out the track, okay? So, but anyway, Erica, you have into the building. You missed the question, but we're gonna backtrack to you. Hey, have you ever did a little puff?
Have I did what?
The puff with the weed. This is no, I never have ever with whatever that game was.
I've lived.
Okay, she lived. Okay.
Okay. Well, Erica, you still living? Are you still living? I've lived.
Oh, Candace, speak. Okay, Candace, wait. Let me go to that. I like that, Candace. She said Anila talked about being, the back door. She was backdoored a little bit. Then she tried to claim she didn't like it. I think Anila loved it. But, when she found out the ladies wasn't trying to vibe with her, she tried to roll it back. Anila, stop. You liked it, and that's okay. Everybody likes different stuff. You're fine. We're not judging you over here. I'd rather smoke.
I know women who do like it because I had a friend who liked it. So she said
it's okay. Well, listen, do what you do. I'd rather smoke, and I'm not a smoker, than to take an edible. Those edibles ain't no joke. Oh,
they ain't.
Well, listen. What am I pronouncing this right? Tugga. Canelo got a dealer. He got a Hit him up. He can hook you up, okay?
I'm not doing you tonight, Diva. I am not doing this.
His herbal life. He trying to tell us it was his herbal life distributor. Yeah, okay. Wait, Mary said ain't nothing wrong with a little puff every now and then. We ain't judging over here. Hey, we just asking questions. Have you ever, never, whatever that darn question was? Okay.
I'm not saying I have.
Okay. So now let's get to Contessa, right? Contessa in that rainbow wig, her twitterly glitter skirt or whatever she had on, and that half bra top. It was a whole hot, complete mess. Okay, it was a mess, right? Anila looked nice. What is the new girl name? What is the lawyer's name that's from Guyana that don't play around? Audra. You know what? She's making the rookie mistake. We gotta name what we gonna call the rookie mistake, okay? She's making the rookie mistake of doing too much, too fast, too soon. Okay, that's what Audra is doing for me. You sitting there talking about, we don't play, I don't play with our career because I'm from Ghana and all we ever do is be a lawyer, doctor, or engineer. Sit down. Now, was Toya disrespectful to your law degree? 100%. 100%.
You know what I was going to say too, and I
Yes,
think
yes. Go ahead, Mel.
Audra gave a little Dr. Wendy right in that moment. But
Yes, she did.
She gave a little Wendy.
Yeah.
But I will say this with Toya. Toya, and listen, I love Toya. I loved her for years, off and on. But this season, for some reason, this is the first season, actually, I will say, I find her almost unwatchable. She's so annoying. Because simple fact is, you don't know this woman from a can of beans, but yet you're going to make fun of this kind of thing. Now, I would tell that lady, if the girls who brought Miss Audra on was really her friend, they would say, listen, Toya's going to try you. She's going to try you for a storyline. She's going to do whatever she can to provoke you. She's not going to say anything that makes sense to you. So if you listen to her, I think as Anila said, don't pay no mind. That's just that crazy woman in the corner talking about nothing. So don't pay her no mind. Leave her alone. Don't take it serious. Because the moment you do, she over there eating her bacon and stuff like that. She lives and say, "Oh, I got her. I could have." She's engaging. I'm loving this. So that's what Toya was looking for. Now that's what she's about, you know. So that's what I would give to Ms. Audra with that. But she did give Dr. Wendy in that moment.
Yeah, Mary. That's why Audra needs to slow down. You got this first rookie syndrome thing going on. And we never like it when any rookie comes out the gate running too fast, okay? Don't try to win the race. You just got here. Slow down, be in the back, observe for a minute, get to know the different players in the game, and then do a little something. So she was doing too much for me. And Audra outfit, by the way, she gets the F2. I'm sorry. That outfit with the split all the way up to it was too much.
Mm-hmm.
It was too much.
Yeah. Dr. Heavenly said on her YouTube, she said that Toya had been messing with Audra all day long, picking on her, talking about her fashion. She ain't had no designer. And Audra was telling Toya, like, I can't afford no designer. I'm trying to pay off my student loans. But Dr. Heavenly said that Toya was picking with that girl the whole day.
But
see, that's messed up. Now that's messy. But you know what though? Toya, we already discovered Toya is not all there. And so Audra, if you got all this education, because you're very serious about your education now, right? You should know when to not engage with a fool. Okay. So I'm not going to get here and play in the sandbox with somebody that's a little off. Okay. Exactly. Toya is off. You can't even, and first of all, I would have told Toya, even at first out the gate, I would have said, girl, when you can afford to stay in the house for more than 365 days, talk to me. Okay. But she wouldn't have got the best of me. So that's what I'm saying. That even if she was coming at her fashion, even if she was saying XYZ, I would have been like, I would have came for her in a nice, nasty way, and I would have shut her down. Okay. You don't let Toya win. You better ask Vanilla and Dr. Karen, who came there with that moving truck. No, you can shut Toya down.
Let me tell you, Toya ain't got no room to talk with her hypocritic behind. Because first of all, what job do you have? What job can you speak of? What job can you leave the house and go to? What can you do to sit here and tell this woman she's not a good lawyer? You don't even know this woman from a can of paint to say her law. She ain't Phaedra, okay? We can say that. I'm just saying. So you can't sit here and say that, but you're behind sitting up at the house talking about, oh, I ain't got no money. Oh, but I'm gonna go out here and give you some bad fashions and make your husband work for everything that you paying for. Toya, really?
Yeah, she could have came back at her. So let me get this in here. Jackie with her $ jacket on, it was a no for me. Okay, Simone and Dr. Heavenly actually looked pretty nice. Simone was okay. Quad was okay. Toya was okay. Before we get any further, give me a little quick snippet. What about the fashions for this brunch with Dr. Jackie and Dr. Jackie with her $ jacket on? What was she trying to say to us?
I think that she was trying to say Vegas. I think that when she was trying to be playful. Again, Dr. Jackie not my favorite, and there's a couple of things that some of the girls said that I found very funny, and throughout the episode. But I think she was just trying to be maybe not as stiff in the mud as she usually is sometimes. She was trying to be playful with that kind of thing. I think that's what Quad was clocking her. Was like, what's going on here? You don't really wear this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
and she got mad at Quad when Quad asked her, did somebody make that for you?
Right.
Dr. Jackie, she gets sensitive real quick.
Yes, she
and
did.
real fast.
Yes,
She's
she did.
staying her feelings. She's staying her feelings, right? Dr. Jackie, she messy. Well, yeah, what did you think about, the fashions at this brunch or whatever they had?
Interesting. Dr. Jackie, I feel like she was giving us, bitch, I'm rich and I'm
Yeah,
here.
I'm trying to
And
tell you. I'm trying to tell you. I was getting some type of vibe. I was trying to
it
feel like,
was
what vibe am
I
I
felt a
getting?
little
Yeah,
shaded. Like, I felt it was a little shade. Kind of back to with the Audra and the Toya situation. I feel like Audra was doing a little too much in the wrong moment. I feel like if you were going to get Toya, you should have got her the night before or the day before when we were all sitting together. It kind of ruined the dinner for me almost because it was just doing too much. Like,
Well, yeah, it was
let's
still the
move
same
on.
day. It was
yeah.
still the same day.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, because it was
But
that night.
but
Yeah.
but you know what
But the
though? She
fashions
still.
is.
Yeah.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
But I mean, I get what he's saying. I just wanted to let him know it was still the same
Uh-huh.
day. But I get what he's saying.
Yeah, and Diva, we had a time last night, and I just believe we need to put Toya on that list with Sheree and Drew. She's in that special class on that special short
Yeah.
bus.
The short bus with the special school and the special teachers. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's on that. She's on that list too. Yes.
put Abby.
Erica, what did you think about the fashion?
You know what? I don't even remember the fashion. So that's how bad it was. I didn't think it
Yeah.
was a fashion moment. I thought they was just, you know,
Out.
the moms going to get breakfast on vacation. I didn't see no fashions. Jackie tried,
She
but it
tried.
was I mean, why do you have on a black in Vegas for breakfast? It was just, nah, it was a miss.
It was a mess, right?
They are
So
this.
right. So, but you know what? Dr. Jackie, she is shady boots, right? Because they was talking and she goes, and then all of a sudden, her and Simone, they could get messy when they want to get messy, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
they were talking, and then she want to mention, somebody needs to get some penicillin. And Quad had to look at her like, don't do that. Don't do that. You trying to, so what Dr. Jackie was underlining doing was confirming what Dr. Heavenly said that she's out there in them streets. So that was
Mm-hmm.
real messy of Dr. Jackie. She was
You know
being
what?
messy in that moment. She
That's
was
her
being a little slick
shade. That's
Yeah.
messy.
her
So
Shady.
shade.
for
Shady.
me,
Then she
But
told them
Quad
to pull
caught
their
it.
credit cards out.
yeah.
Yeah. Quad
So
caught it. So go ahead, Mel. What was you going to say about that?
no, I was going to say for me, it just seemed like Dr. Jackie was having fatigue for being a gynecologist. I think that she was seeing so many different people coming to her office, probably affected with all these issues down in Atlanta. That she was like, you know what, I'm overwhelmed. I'm under siege from this pandemic of the STDs out in Atlanta and hot Atlanta. So she probably was going to Las Vegas to stop looking at infected, body parts. So that's why
But
she was.
but you at the brunch or whatever with your bulls with your friends, and you're gonna talk about penicillin?
I think you know what, Dr. Jackie. I mean, Dr. Jackie. I think that you know what, Diva. I'm sorry. You know what, Diva? She was just having a work flashback. That's what she was doing. She just thinking about work. And you know what? She just started thinking about how her that's what happened basically.
Mary, you are right. Dr. Jackie loved those songs, and then she hide her hands.
Yep.
Did I do that? Did I do that? Warrior, what did you think about this penicillin comment? It was messy.
That's that church shade that we all be talking about that Dr. Jackie be giving. She throw it in and then try to hide it, oh, I didn't mean it like that, because, as soon as Claude kind of gave her that look, she kind of turned over to Simone and was like, okay, that did not go over well. So, yeah, she wasn't, look, don't come for Claude. She keep telling y'all, leave her alone.
Leave her alone. Erica, what did you think about Jackie and her shadiness?
I think she was confirming what Heavenly said.
Hello.
I think she sit up and she talked just as bad as Heavenly be talking, but
Yep.
she just try to play like she don't.
Yep.
Don't she know? Don't she know? Candace, you in the building. What do you want to say?
I totally agree. Dr. Jackie gives me sneaky and snake and everything else. I'm sorry. She always wants to be the leader. She always wants to be in control. If she can't be in control, it's a problem. She like I saw somebody say throw rocks and hide her hands. She does it all the time. She is just as fake as they come. I hate to say it, but it's true. And then she don't own her stuff. And she really threw me off last year what she did to Buffy and refuses to own what she did to that girl.
Refuses to own what she did to that girl. And she constantly borderline breaking HIPAA laws, right? Talking about people need some penicillin. Girl.
I mean, you know what?
Jackie was born for that penicillin shot. People got diseases up in here. They need to get their checked. She was being real messy with that, and I caught it. Okay, and
I think she's trying to be funny too, though. I think this is kind of new. She's trying to loosen up because she used to be like so real stiff and so serious all the time. But she has a nasty nice to her. So now I think she's trying to be more fun. So maybe maybe she's just trying to be the light shady like with everybody else. But then again, she tries to play like I'm so innocent too, and she's just not. She's not innocent.
No. Let me tell you this. I promise you this. If you sitting at the lunch table with me and we with 10 other people and you looking in my direction when you talk about some penicillin, you're gonna get hurt. Like,
Hold on, I gotta interject.
She gonna get it.
She gonna get
it. No. Yes, I'm gonna. Now I ain't gonna say that Jackie is not wrong. I'm not gonna say she's completely right. However, what I'm gonna say is, we know Jackie's gonna throw shade. Now, Diva, you work in the healthcare field. I was in the healthcare field. Now we both know HIPAA. If that's not your, even though she was wrong for doing that, it's got to be your doctor. So Jackie wasn't her doctor, but it was still wrong.
Do we know that because Jackie sees a lot of them?
Right.
It was Simone. She was Simone's doctor. Simone was her doctor.
But she sitting next to Simone keying. No, I got a problem with the whole situation. I got a problem with the whole situation. You don't
I'm not saying it's right. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying.
No, Canola. You don't be talking about penicillin diseases, and then this one over there talking about I sleep around with married men, and then you looking at me. No, it's going to be a problem in the restaurant.
But what I'm going to say to that is, now, if we know it ain't true, Quad, you don't have to. I mean, you can say,
No, stop it, Camilla. Stop it, Camilla. Hold on one second. Wait, hold on. B and DJ, thank you so much for the super chat. Comments like that are the dirty peppermints. I'm trying to tell you that Jackie is messy. And then wait, let me add this to the conversation. Now is Dr. Jackie trying to be the Candy of Mary the Medicine? She brings a whip to lunch. Okay, she brings a whip to lunch. Now, and she's taking them to the dungeon. I mean, the sex store.
Right.
I'm like,
she brought the whip to lunch. She brought the whip to lunch. She could barely know how to use it. She was awkward with putting it on the table, and also,
I can't lie, that was awkward.
It was awkward. Right. Dr. Jackie, you should never say anything about penicillin unless you know your husband don't need it. Okay, so so she need to, you know what? She need to really sit down and have a couple of seats for her little self, and because she's in Vegas having a good time, but she don't know what Big Daddy doing in her house. So she need to sit down unless she don't know he out in the streets, escaping all the STDs in hot Atlanta. So so the girls are really about that life and reading, honey. We go, oh, Dr. Jack, I don't need it, but do we know if your husband needed too? Like,
if her husband, she probably need a shot too.
Those are facts. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, she was being shots fired, Mel.
Shots of truth, honey. Shots of truth. Shots of truth, honey.
So she was being messy. Then she came out with this whip, and her whole event is taking these ladies to a sex store. And that whole sex store thing, it was an epic fail. It was an epic fail for me.
Real.
It was straight messy. I thought it was not necessary, but that was me. But I guess, this is Dr. Jackie trying to plan this trip with Simone, and right now it's a hot mess. And they do it. You know what? I want some of these shows to come up with some original stuff, right? It's all recycled across all of the shows. They go to a strip club. Who is that with the noise? I hear a lot of banging. They go to the strip club. You know what I'm saying? They have these sex things. It's like, it's too much. They play this I never have I ever game. Can we get some original stuff going on here? But anyway, Yeah, somebody saying there's a lot of feedback. So that was Dr. Jackie. She takes him to the sex store. What do y'all think about that whole scene?
It was funny to me because like when Anila and Audra got together, I actually liked their interaction. Now that was pretty cool to see them two, kikiing together, but it was awkward. This is not Jackie's territory.
No.
Jackie is not she's not a now this is more down Erica's lane. She should be taking them, dominatrix shopping. This is not what Jackie does. Jackie looks up your hoo-ha and makes sure it's looking good and move you along. Simone, we'll talk about her in a bit. But this is Erica's lane. Jackie, give it back to Erica. I love you. You're my favorite, but no, we cannot have that. She just got the no. So who else wants to go into Diva Get Back? And y'all played all on the table.
I think Jackie is fake because she say she goes to the sex shop and she say she gonna buy all this and do all this, but then when they do the Have You Ever game, she don't do nothing.
Right.
And she is. She's trying to loosen up because she's trying to keep her man at home. Honestly, talking about licking on his nipple and all that stuff. Girl, since when?
That ain't what he wants you to lick on.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. I could not. I'm gonna tell y'all that scene right there. Now, see, I did not hear what they said when y'all just said Jackie said lick your man nipple. I didn't hear that part. But child, Curtis was probably not even looking Jackie's way. I'm just saying he only doing it for the camera.
But I think that
it just seemed real weird. It felt like the tension of the group was off in that scene. Like
which one?
At the sex store.
It didn't feel like it fit because
it just
don't
felt
have
like
the
it
energy
was
to do that.
contrived.
She don't have that sexual energy. She don't even have the energy. Period. To
wait, Erica.
And then even in her confessional, Dr. Jackie, when she was talking about how you get your man to do what you want him to do, I was like, Dr. Jack, stop.
It's not that's
when she was talking about licking his nipple. I was like, girl,
when she was talking about licking his nipple, I said, Dr. Jackie, stop. Stop.
Yeah, this is a try.
I want to say this. I think the sex shop and her being this way with the awkward whip on the table and all the stuff that she's doing, I feel like her book, she had a book last year or sometime where she and Andy Cohen teamed up together about, a beautiful book, a book about the woman's body and rediscovering your womanhood and all that kind of stuff. I think this ties into that book. So that's why she's really, about woman, liberation and all those kind of things with sexuality, which is a beautiful thing. But I think that she's doing it very awkwardly. I don't think she's not doing it in a very good way. She actually needs somebody else to promote her book and not herself because she's very forensic. She don't give me sex appeal. She's a beautiful woman, but she needs somebody else to do it for her because she's a fail. She's a total fail when it comes to the sexual kind of turn on things. Even when she was, Dr. Heavenly for that one scene, it made me laugh very much. Well, she was pretty good this episode. She took up those granny pants and said, "Well, Dr. come on, this is what you wear, Doctor. This is what you wear." She said, "No, I'm supposed to wear this kind of thing." I said, "No. Dr. Heavenly was right about that. This is what your husband see every night. Come on now."
Exactly. You know what? I think with Dr. Jackie, if she would be her authentic self, it would come across better. She is not handy with this sex thing. That's why, like you said, she couldn't even hit that whip on that table. It was a whole hot mess. Them going to the store and having that event with that guy. Dr. Heavenly messed that up. It was an epic fail for me. But you know what? Let's move on to everybody was getting ready for now the brunch with Dr. Simone, right?
Well, that was fun. Yeah. I was going to say, so the funny part for me is when Audra went to see Anil in her hotel room, I said, "Anil, you in desperate need for Mis Gomez, honey. That room was a hot mess." On the floor. I said, "What? She need Mis Gomez." Oh my God.
Well, you know what, Mel? Speaking of that scene right there, that made me truly believe that she needed Mis Gomez, like you said. She can't do nothing without her, and she wasn't washing those clothes. She was doing absolutely nothing. The house was disgusting, but you know what, though? She got it from her mama.
Right, but Audra walked in when Audra walked in. She said, "What sweat lodge did I walk in, honey? This place is a hot."
I have stuff
Oh,
everywhere.
Diva, did you catch what Karen did? What she should be learning how to do at the house?
We're gonna talk about daddy duty.
Okay,
Give
good.
me
Because I
a
got a
minute.
lot to say about that.
So wait a minute. So they're all getting ready for brunch, and yes, her room was an absolute disaster. It was disgusting. It was pretzels over here, clothes on the floor, and I mean, how many days were they there? I was like, y'all wasn't even there that many days yet, and you got stuff everywhere.
I think that was probably
they were only
2 hours, probably.
They wasn't even, no, that was the next day meal, but they weren't even there 24 hours.
No.
Yeah.
So
24. Yeah. So Dr. Simone is in the room with Toya. Toya is acting like she don't know Audra's name. She was being hecka messy. Okay, but Dr. Simone made a really good point. She said, just like you was pissed, and I'm paraphrasing, at Anila for the joke that they made, Audra is pissed at you for you joking about her law degree. So you got to try to understand how that just was dead wrong. This is this girl, let's not for nothing. It's not easy to graduate from law school, okay?
It ain't.
What do you got to do? 4 years and then the extra 3 years in law school?
And
then
you got to pass the bar.
You got to take the bar. So don't be disrespectful to this girl and her degree, right? And then and that's why she said, and Dr. Simone told Toya, you need to be sensitive to other people. You have to, get yourself together, whatever. Yes, I liked how they showed all the dads doing daddy duty. It was like daddy daycare, okay? Dr. Karen was making pizza with the kids. Daddy was driving, what's the daughter name?
Allura.
Daddy was, in the car with Allura. And Scott was doing daddy duty, at some event, little place with the kids. I was here for it. And Dr. Eugene, he's Dr. Eugene. He was trying to do his thing. But I did like the daddy moment a whole lot. I'm glad that they showed that. And you know what? I like to see the men like in a nice light. Like that was a good moment. So let's go around. Let's talk about that moment for a minute. I'll start with you, Erica.
I like to see the dads being dads. I feel like Anila's husband need to give her some lessons. Because how is this man at home after work making pizzas with the kids, and you can't even keep your hotel room clean? So I feel like her husband need to give her some lessons. I feel like Scott, I like to see Scott with the kids, even though I feel like Scott is just an awkward person to me. Contessa husband, he seems very awkward. And I think he come off the wrong way, but I think he's just awkward. But I like to see all the dads.
I do too. You know what? He's awkward, but he does seem like a good person, right?
Yeah.
And I think that, marriages go through stuff. And recently I saw a picture, and I don't want us to get off on a tangent here. I saw a picture with Will and Jada out and about. Like, I guess he came back from Africa, wherever he was at. Then you know what? I was glad to see the picture, because when they say when you get married, and I'm not talking about if somebody beating on you or something crazy like that, but they say for better or for worse, right? And a lot of times what happens is when the worst comes, people get the packing and the running. So they had their worst moment. He didn't throw his wife under the bus, and they're still together, living their life. And so that's what I do like about, Scott and Contessa, Dr. Jackie, and even Cecil. And actually, I'm saying Cecil now. I'm mixing up husbands. Oh God, is Dr. Jackie husband? What is his name?
Curtis.
Dr. Jackie and Curtis stay together, and Simone and Cecil. So now, what I do love about Dr. Jackie, once they got over that hump of him cheating or whatever the case may be, they never talked about it again.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yep.
She
and that's
never
how it should
talked
be.
about, and that's how it should be.
That's
You
right.
got it. That I will give to her. She don't constantly disrespect him. She's not constantly saying, "Oh, when he cheated." You would think if you didn't follow the show from the beginning, you would never know that happened.
But she
Exactly.
really
ever.
preached that right after they had that whole situation of really forgiving and letting go. Don't bringing up the past. We have forgiven it and we're moving on. So I love that what she preached, she practiced, and like you said, you would never know that they had any type of discrepancy in their marriage if you didn't watch from first season.
You wouldn't. And so, and then we got to throw back in the conversation, Dr. Simone in this book. I don't know what this book is really going to be about, but that's it. I ain't even going to make nothing up.
I'm going to say this. Now, okay, now we know Cecil has never physically cheated on Simone, but we know that he did have.
We know.
Do we?
But I mean, okay, wait. Curtis, we know for sure. Curtis, we know for sure. We do know Curtis did it for sure. We have no idea whether Cecil did it to Simone.
You said we know. I'm just checking. I mean, I don't know how we know.
I'm sorry. I apologize. That was my mistake. What I was gonna say was what he had with Tiffany. Was that like not Tiffany, Tammy? Was that emotional, or what do y'all? I mean, because they supposed to be in bed.
But you know what, Canelo? Sometimes they said emotional is worse. But we'll get into that in 1.2 seconds. But Lorraine, you know what? You are correct. Dr. Heavenly keeps making jokes about Curtis cheating. You are correct. So Dr. Heavenly, see, so that's a problem, Heavenly Angels. That's a problem with her, right? Like you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. That is messy. But you want to know what kills me about Jackie? She's cool with it.
That's why she has no problem.
That's Jackie and her passive aggressive.
Let me tell you why
it doesn't bother me.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on one second. Go ahead, Erica. Or who was that? Erica or was that Candy?
Jackie don't care because Jackie. That's Erica. This is me.
Okay.
Jackie don't care because Jackie is cut from the same cloth as Heavenly for real. They both get dirty with the shade and the joke. It's just Jackie don't do it in public like Heavenly do. But I think Jackie and Heavenly, they say the wildest stuff on the phone with each other. That's why Jackie don't care. It don't bother her.
You know what? You're right. They two peas in the pod. They two peas in the pod.
Yeah.
You are right. Because Jackie is slick with it. She's slick with it. Because you know what? And listen, I'm not saying this in a bad way. Because Jackie is educated, very well spoken. She could say it real sly. And you'd be like, wait a minute, did she just disrespect me? You got to protect it.
And that's why I love Jackie. That's why I love
Jackie. You got to
Jackie.
be able to read.
You got to register your mind. Like, wait a minute. She said it all cool and calm and in the same tone.
Why she just sitting over there smiling like a little
yes.
She get that backstabbing shade that you were thinking like it, oh wait, it was an educated moment, but then you feel your back. Oh wait, I'm bleeding.
Bleeding to death.
That's what
bleeding to death. So yeah, she real slick with it. But so Camilla, to get back to what you said for a minute, cheating is cheating, whether it's emotional or physical. When you are a couple, you should not, no party in the couple should be spending hours talking to somebody else.
And that's
period.
You are so right.
Period.
So right.
Why are you texting them constantly on a regular basis? Why are they calling you? Okay.
Yep.
Why are they waking us up with the phone ringing? Why are you sneaking off to the side? We got questions. And listen, if your friend is not our friend, then I'm sorry. That person can no longer be your friend.
Exactly.
I wish my man would be getting good morning text.
I mean, for real. I wish.
Because see, the reason why I brought it up is because this whole book. Now she writing this book. So they said it was going to be, the good times, the worst times, how they recovered. Do we care? Because we've seen it all play out. Do we care?
Well, if they write it right, Canelo, they may be able to help somebody.
Right.
But I need her to write a chapter. Okay. The next lunch she comes to, I need her to do a Ralph and read an excerpt. Like I need to hear something. Okay. But
don't do that to you because
she writing it.
You want to cry? You want to cry, Diva?
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. Y'all ain't
Don't
gonna have
do
me
that.
dance out on this floor.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so we're at Dr. Simone's brunch, right? Because she's doing this brunch, okay? And I think Toya said that Heavenly lives in deflection moment. Toya needed her bacon, okay? Dr. Heavenly and Contessa get into it. And you know, it got down outright dirty. And did you see the other people in the restaurant? They straight up with their phone filming the situation. They was like this.
Yep.
They was getting it on film, right? And I will say this: Dr. Heavenly went low, and Contessa kept her cool. We gotta give it to Contessa that at that table she kept her cool until she didn't, right? Until they both jumped up, and it was a whole situation, and it was a whole hot entire mess. Because I'm like, okay, ladies, when are we gonna be done with this situation, right? And so, but I will give to Heavenly. Contessa did throw a lot of details out there last season about her marriage. So
Yes.
you throwing all this out there, and then you don't want us to talk about it, but you sent it in the group text. Okay, it was a group situation. You threw it out there for the group. Now, if she told one person, then charge me because I told all your business because you just told me. But it was a group situation. Every time we turned around last year, you was telling us how Scott is sneaky. He had a life coach that you didn't know about. You said you wasn't sure who was cheating, who wasn't cheating. Um, so you put your business in the streets, and then Dr. Heavenly said, "Listen, we all talk about each other. What do we think about that thing?" Somebody said there's a lot of feedback. Somebody must be maybe it is. No, it's not Canelo, right? Is it
Shouldn't be
Canelo?
me.
No, I don't know who it is.
I'm gonna
Can
take my
everybody?
headphone out. Maybe it's my
Okay, yeah,
headphone.
maybe, yeah.
Because I don't have anything on. I'm on my cell phone.
Oh no, you sound good. You sound good.
Okay.
Okay.
But I do
All
want
right.
to comment on that
Yes, go
because
ahead.
there's several ways to look at this. I'm sorry. Heavenly is gutter low, like Marlo. I love when you use that term. That's a new term. Gutter low, honey.
Gutter
Heavenly
low.
is gutter low. She goes too low below the belt. And one thing Simone said is it's not the fact that we all know, but we all know as friends. It's not necessarily meant to be repeated. But what I will say, because she does have a show on YouTube and it's, people follow her. It's not sometimes what you say, but how you say it. She could have said it in a concerning manner. And my poor friend Contessa, well, y'all know what she going through. Y'all done seen it, there's a way she could have done it, just because she's on her channel answering questions. But she does it in a very guttural, he's sure messing with it. I bet the big A word, I bet he is using the big A word on you. It's the way she does it. A friend doesn't do that to you.
Not
Heaven
at
goes
all.
to the gutter. She
Right.
does.
She's being sensational. She's enjoying, and listen, you should have fun with your channel, right? She's enjoying her moment. But the thing is, it's a difference when you're just an innocent person watching the show and giving your commentary, and then if you're an inside person giving your commentary, because you know what? People are going to take it differently. If I'm on Married to Medicine, and then I come on here and I tell y'all that this is really what happened at the table behind the scenes, you're going to believe me more because you're going to say, well, she was actually there.
Right.
So when you got Dr. Heavenly doing these reviews and saying everything that happened behind the scenes, you're going to take it as 100 because you know she was there.
But can I say this, Steve? I was going to say
Yeah.
this. I think that for me, and I agree with the person just was saying that. I think they said it perfectly. I couldn't say it better. I think that you know what? Over the past couple of years, I didn't like Dr. Heavenly, but this year I'm actually, and I'm not really. I don't hate her. I don't dislike her. I'm enjoying watching the show, and I think that what the person just said is perfectly correct. I think she performs when she's on her YouTube channel. I think that because she's friends with them. She want grace from them. She want them to say, you know what, girl, you know this is not who I am. I'm up on this channel. I'm gonna be the Dr. Heavily character. But when I'm off the thing, then we can really get together. As Simone the girl said, you know, when they one-on-one her, she's very supportive. She'll be there at the lowest, you know, moment with them, as they all will say. But on her show, she's the character that they cannot stand. On her YouTube channel, she becomes an obnoxious character that wants to say the most outrageous things. And I think that Heavily has to own that, and own that character, who is maybe not who she is truly, obviously behind the scenes, is not something the girls like to have on her YouTube channel. And I think the Contessa for me is extra. You know, again, you know, when we did the court thing, you know, a couple of weeks ago, it was very funny, Miss Steve, on this show. We all have fun, but you know what? The simple fact is, listen, I change with the wind sometimes. Like I go one way or the other, and right now with Contessa, I feel your pain, Contessa, but I think that the way you deliver it, as you've always done, that's why I miss Mariah, because she was always able to really clock her real good with how dramatic she gets. It's extra. It's totally too much.
Always extra.
It's too much. I don't believe Heavily saying, oh, well, you know, you should be mad at your husband. I think she is mad at her husband. I think she's also mad with Heavily too. But I think that the way she says it is just too dramatic. And I think that maybe Quad will give me some lessons probably about how to be dramatic on Married to Medicine. Maybe that's what's that, because Quad ain't being dramatic now. It's Contessa. I'm like, damn, you know, we don't need all the drama queens up here.
Well, you know what? She was being dramatic because after the big fight, she needed prayer. She was like, "Can we pray?
Okay,
Can
so
we pray?"
That was,
I said this is not a prayer moment.
That was great. So Carrie, so this is what's so compelling about Carrie. Okay, she's been with the group for years.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if we've ever heard anything crazy about her. I personally like Miss Carrie. She's
there's some stuff out there about her. I mean,
okay. But the thing is I think that other shows can watch this woman who barely gets screen time and understand how you can have somebody as her, the way she is. When Dr. Heavily was screaming, she didn't turn to a Karen while she was sitting there. She was eating her food. So you know what? She couldn't have been friends with Mariah for all those years and not know how to throw shade and do shade, because Carrie know how to do the shade. She was sitting there and she was engrossed with them. And then when they started to pray, you saw her. She held Toya's hand with one hand. She was eating her food with the next. She was right there. Like,
no, that's even Mel. Not even that. Did y'all see how she, when they was holding Contessa and Heavily back, she got politely up and just looked at them and just.
That she did. And she walked away. So listen, I've always listen, whether she's right or wrong, but I don't know. I don't research the characters I watch on TV. Carrie gave me a lot of moments. And when they're at the table, they don't give her enough time on the show. She said that Dr. Jackie is passive aggressive, because they were saying a couple of zingers, but the audio, the producers caught it, said passive aggressive. So the thing is, Mariah, I'm going to keep saying her because I actually, she was very friendly offline. I like that lady. She was not friends with the read queen, Mariah Huck, for no reason. Carrie can read too, and that's why she's so shady. She's friends with Toya. She gave me a lot in that moment, and she was unbothered. I was like, look at this woman. I was going, look at this woman sitting here eating her food, walking away, not wanting to pray. She didn't care about being politically correct. I love that. So girls from Beverly Hills and other places, watch her, see how this is done, integrate the cast, have some fun with it, and this is what you know, because Carrie, because for me, Carrie was doing the same thing I would have done, and she's a white woman, I'm a black man, I would have done the same thing: eat my food, not pay these people no mind, walk away. Y'all fighting 1 minute, you want to pray right now, honey? I'm gonna pray right go to church. I'm not gonna pray with you crazy ladies right now. So Carrie was on point in that moment, absolutely.
I'm with Mel, because when Toya sat there, ate her bacon, and Carrie was eating too, that was me. Yes. I don't care what y'all do, because I'm not going to be on videotape, because you got all these people out here with their cell phones, like, recording everything. I'm like, I don't know what these helpers over here doing, but I'm going to eat my bacon. I'm just going to sit there and look at the foolishness.
Toya was like, can I get some syrup? I'm like,
it was foolery. It was straight foolery. Carrie says a lot more on the show that isn't shown. I can believe that.
Yeah,
I can believe that too. But see, that's the thing. The producers and the editors, they have this great opportunity to show us how well this can work. And then they cut it out. It's like, why are you cutting her out? Like, why are you doing this? Like, if you're going to let her be there, let her be there. Don't let her just seem like she's falling back in the background. It's not right. But
I think it's so that they don't have to cut her a check, because, like they say, they get paid per episode. So I feel like they probably don't put her on there so they don't have to cut her no real check like everybody else.
Mhm.
As far as the Heavenly situation thing, now y'all know I'm gonna stand by my
I know.
girl,
Go
10
ahead.
toes
We already
down.
know. We know.
Um, as Kurz was saying a couple of weeks ago, editing. They chopped that up. I believe that Contessa was coming for her. She called Heavenly a liar several times. She keeps saying that Heavenly put her business out in the streets, and that is not what
Not
happened.
true.
Now, Heavenly has admitted to saying stuff and talking about it, and she has said she was wrong. She sent the text via, apologizing via text. She's awaiting to have a good moment to talk to Contessa, but she just having all these crazy moments. You Chanel one day, you Contessa one day. Like, we just don't know what to catch you on. So it's just all over the place. I really think the fact that she keeps saying that Heavenly put this stuff out here and that she's a liar, I think that's what really pushed Heavenly to the edge. And then Simone also kind of like, the delivery that Simone gave to her, it just kind of just blew up the whole situation, and just, I think
It
Heavenly
took
is
it
just,
over the top.
yeah,
It
I
took
think she
over
wants
the top.
Contessa to take responsibility for what you put this stuff out here. If Contessa
Right.
could just fess up and say, I put it out here, Heavenly has no problem apologizing, and hopefully moving on.
And
Yeah.
if Contessa wasn't arguing with Heavenly, what would her storyline be?
Right.
Nothing.
If she wasn't arguing with Heavenly.
Nothing. Because
And
Heavenly
even in
did.
that, even in that whole scene, I'm sorry, Kenilla, did I cut you
No,
off?
go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead. I'll go
You
after
know,
you. Just go ahead, sugar.
when we're talking about editing, they got to keep that momentum going, because honestly, Carrie had cut that down from the very beginning when she said passive aggressive. She was so on point with that, but they all ignored
She
that. Did
was.
you notice that? Even
Mhm.
somebody
I
said,
don't know.
well,
Did
we're
they
not going
even
to put
hear
no
her?
labels. And then they
Right.
kept on the sensationalism. So, they know that they still have to bring it. They know drama's what brings it. And they know it's easy to fire up Heavenly. They know she's going to be ready. They know Miss Victim Contessa, because I'm sorry, I've always seen her as being the victim. And she's always been the crybaby, but I'm so tough. I mean, she's always kind of got on my nerves. And now she's
Thank
wearing
you.
the multicolored wigs and got to have a new name and all that kind of stuff.
But we appreciate her for
She looked
supporting
a
Heavenly
hot. She
Beauty.
looked
That was
a
a Heavenly
hot.
You
Beauty
look like
wig.
she was a reject from Players Club or
Oh, you
something.
said it was a Dr. Heavenly wig. And wait a
That was
minute,
a Heavenly Beauty
Contessa,
wig.
how you about to be in this competition and you in Vegas eating everything that they put down on the table?
Child, she gonna have something that's like mine in a minute. She gonna have my stomach in a minute. I'm just telling you.
And then when Contessa, when they got to Vegas, she's like, "Oh, this is mommy time. I'm sick of being this is my time. I'm sick of being a mom. I'm sick of being a dog." Like, how many times you gonna tell us you don't want no dealings with them kids?
Man,
Every season, you tired of the kids.
for real.
Child,
But they do so much better with Scott anyways. They seemed so happy and content when they was with their dad out getting ice cream. Daughter got makeup on her face. She just looked, it's just tennis she want to be.
But
It was giving daddy's kids.
You know what?
Definitely.
Contessa husband, he seemed like a really good father because he was. He
He
definitely was very
He done
protective.
raised the
And
kids.
Contessa's family is very beautiful. The family's beautiful. The daughters are beautiful. So he was like, wait a minute, my girl's again too big. He was Papa Bear, so I like that. The father's all the segments for the fathers are great, and that pizza that Anila's husband made looked delicious. So all the fathers were really on point last night. They really were. They were great.
Contessa's husband was giving daddy's babies mama maybe.
Yeah, but I love to see if Contessa is actually truly going to end up doing this competition, because she did not stick to the meal plan like at all. Okay, she was just an eating and an eating and an eating and an eating, and I think that's pretty much everything that kind of happened. Oh, thank you, Sin. Yes, guys, I'm at 12,000, 12K.
Wow,
I love it.
We won't. The next party will be at 20K. So, but I do say this: when they went the next day to go on the ziplining event, Contessa did take the higher road at that particular situation. Because on the bus, she was like, "Listen, I think everybody needs to go ziplining." She was like, I don't think that what is her name? That Dr. Heavenly has to stay behind. So they all went ziplining, and Toya was crying. Toya, I'm afraid of heights too. Now I did ziplining before, but it was not that high. I'm really not here for the heights and all of that. I like to be able to touch the ground with my feet. Yeah, So I was feeling for Toya in the moment. It's like, okay, this
Me
is a
too.
bit much here.
That was a
But go
one
ahead.
time. That was a one-time episode. I actually felt she's being real. I didn't feel like it was.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it was performative. It didn't feel like contested with her being extra. It felt like okay, this is genuinely because Toy. One thing I would say about Toy, she loves to be a part of the group. She loves to be in the group and do group activities. So the last thing she want to do is be sitting on the stairs somewhere and not doing the zip lining. So she generally was scared, and I was happy she got over it. She accomplished it. She went up there. She faced the fear. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, she was being. Thank you, Mary. She was being real in that moment. Go ahead, Canelo. What did you want to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say I felt Toya in that moment because see, I'm scared of heights, but you wouldn't know it because I can get on the airplane and go anywhere I want. But the moment I, stand up on a tall building, no, I'll be like this. So I'm like Toya. I'm like her. So I feel her in that moment.
Listen. I don't want to live on the 22nd floor of nobody's building.
Nope. So
no, I'm good. I'm good. Okay.
Give me the first floor. Give me first floor. That's all I say.
I don't really want the first floor either. I could take the 5th floor. I could take, but when we get up too high, no, I'm good. We not about to do that. So, Roya, what did you think about the whole zip lining situation?
I thought that was fun. I thought it was definitely needed to kind of move forward from that whole fiasco at breakfast brunch situation. It was good to see Toya, like Mel said. I feel like that's the realest I've seen Toya in a very, very, very long time. Just to see that vulnerable, emotional side of Toya. Granted, I feel like she can't really show it because she's just kind of put that hard exterior out for so many seasons, and to me it's a protection mechanism. But it was good to see that emotional, vulnerable side, to see that she is, not to say that I didn't think she isn't human, but to see she's human. She has feelings. She's still, you play hard, but you're still soft on the inside. So that was really, really nice. I want to jump back real quick if I may.
Oh, you jump back.
Can we talk about how Quad set up in that confessional and accused Toya of possibly cheating on Eugene, but all of a sudden it's the issue when Dr. Heavenly says something about you sleeping with Mary.
Okay, wait, you gotta remind me. I missed that.
Yeah, remind me too. I missed it too.
What did she say?
She was in the confessional. Remember when Toya was saying that they were asking, this was during the little game.
Never would I ever.
And she was talking about having sex on the beach.
Yep.
And she said, now it's so funny to me how Eugene and Toya are talking about having sex on the beach, but Eugene don't like PDA.
Right, PDA.
Public affection.
So she said it must have been somebody else.
Must have been somebody else.
Okay, now I missed that because I thought that she was before her marriage. I thought that's
I would say because that's what she said. She said it was. Yeah, she was saying that she was drunk and there was another guy, and this was. She didn't hint to that it was before Eugene, but the way she was talking, you can tell it was before Eugene.
No, but I thought that's what Quad was saying. I thought Quad was.
No, Quad was saying she cheated on you.
Right,
yeah,
Quad.
I didn't read it that way. I thought Quad was saying
Quad was
another relationship.
Quad was being messy
because
she's married at the end of the day. So if you wasn't specific and said she might have had some fun before her marriage, you left that open for interpretation.
But Toya came back in her confessional and insinuated it was before Eugene because she was like, she was drunk, she was with somebody, and they just did it. She didn't say the guy's name. Because if it was gonna be Eugene, she would have said it was Eugene. So this had to be way before their marriage. So Quad
was being married.
I think
10
about
years.
10 years.
10 years.
10 or 11, yeah. So this happened way before that.
Yeah, it happened probably in the 90s.
But good thing Toya did mention it in her confessional, because if she wouldn't have mentioned it, we would have, the way Quad put it out there, we would have thought it was cheating on Eugene.
Well, we're not gonna let Toya off the hook too fast because she was on Instagram Live with Contessa the other day too, dragging the castmate. So,
so I'm
you got to come up here and talk mess. You got to come up here and
if we're gonna drag our team, we got to take everybody else down.
Look, I went right here. I have my love-hate relationship with Heavenly, but I don't let nobody off the hook. Like y'all know, Jackie's my favorite, but I drag Jackie too. I mean,
yeah. Oh wait,
come on,
okay.
Diva. Yes, I
You
did.
know what? You brought us something good, Camilla. Jackie's your favorite. Dr. Jackie's your favorite.
Right.
I've been loving Jackie since season
No,
one.
because I want to know, why is Dr. Jackie your favorite, Camilla?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I got to explain myself.
Dr. Jackie's your
I just
favorite.
like her. I just like her.
So
I
you
know
like shadiness.
yes, I do.
I'm
Okay,
glad you
that
drag
church
her too,
shade, that
because she
church
needs
shade.
dragging.
I drag everybody. I mean, I even drag Mariah, and Mariah was my number one favorite. I
Yeah.
dragged her a lot myself. So it's not like
Well,
I
I
gotta
ain't
love.
dragging my faves. But
Oh,
but
and they be calling out. I am.
If Dr. Jackie's your favorite, Camilla, she's your favorite. Roy, who's your fave? Well, I already know, but who's your fave?
Diva, why do you do that? You already know.
I know it's Dr. Heavenly. I know
We
it's
want to
Dr.
give a
Heavenly.
shout out to Heaven, to Dr. Heavenly,
He's a
Dr.
heavenly angel.
Damon. We support 100. We like Dr. Jackie. We like Quad. Simone is growing back on me now that the trio has come back together. So we working on
Golden
Simone,
Girls.
the Golden Girls. We gonna see her that, but where my heart lies. I'm a heavenly angel at the end of the day.
Okay, Erica, who's your fave?
Well, Mariah was my fave, but since she's gone, I'm gonna go with Simone. She give a little comic relief every now and then. She's loud.
She do.
She just loud. I like Simone.
Yeah, I like Simone too. Candace, who's your fave?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with the underdog right now, because right now it's Toya for me. It would have been Mariah, but she's no longer there. But I actually like Toya. I think she gives a little bit of everything without doing too much of anything.
And not working either.
Let me say this though. She really does. Let me tell you one thing about Toya. She does have a good, forgiving personality, right?
Yep.
Because like she told Audrey, she's like, girl, let it go.
Mm-hmm.
I was joking.
Yeah.
Okay. She also with what is her name?
Anila.
With Anila, she was really laughing. It wasn't till Dr. Eugene got so pissed.
Right.
That she had to tone it down and say, okay, now if my husband mad, I gotta jump on board with my husband. But even in the confessionals with Pat, she wasn't taking this so harshly the way he did. I do like Toya. I think she does have a good personality. She's not the smartest one in the bunch, but hey, she does have a good personality in some way, shape, or form. She know how to let stuff go. Okay. Right. So Mel, who's your fave?
Well, before I say, I want to add on to what I love. I love you said that, Diva, because for a long time, we can't forget that Mariah and Toya had the fight, a physical fight in the first show. So what I used to hate so much, I didn't like so much about this show, was they say, oh, well, Mariah is so toxic. I'm like, wait a minute. If Mariah can get along with a woman that basically bust each other up and talk about each other's children, they came together. And why other people couldn't get along? So I was always frustrated with them. They say that Mariah was not forgiving because she was. They literally physically had a fight. So that's one thing. I used to love. I still love Mariah. So that was it. But right now, currently, my favorite is Mis Gomez and her beans.
But man, she ran out the door and never looked back. I mean, she got shit for her.
You know what? I'll tell you. She was the smartest one in the show because everybody else everybody doing stunt to show. So right now, the smartest one, my favorite, Mis Gomez and her beans, honey. That's
wait, Mel. It's not just beans. It's pinto beans.
Pinto beans. That's right.
Get the beans right. It's pinto beans. But you want to know what? Imagine how much work Mis Gomez was doing if Anila's room looked like that. If Anila's hotel room looked like that. Imagine how much work Mis Gomez was doing. And that house was humongous.
Somebody said Gomez was like, wasn't expecting to clean all that house.
I promise you that if that room looked like it did in that hotel in Vegas, it would have stayed like that. I promise you that room would have ants, roaches, rats. I wouldn't touch it because she would be like, you clean. Oh heck no.
Look, Audra barely wanted to walk in. You seen her tiptoeing in the door.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hotel room. You've been here for 2.2 seconds and that clothes was on the floor.
And I thought it was great. But so I noticed it was like multiple open bag of snacks laying around the room. That is just like wrong on all
In
levels.
the middle of a pandemic. Girl,
But you know where Anelia get that from though, because Anelia's husband don't like when Anelia mama come over there and cook, because she say Anelia mama messy like that too.
Yes,
He like Anelia's husband said, "Can we keep the house clean for a little bit before your mama come?"
Right.
Oh, baby,
And I
did
think
you see
that's
when
so
he first
you know what?
came in?
You know what I
He
mean?
sure did. He sure did.
Okay, I was gonna say when Nila's husband cooked the pizza, we kind of know who had the better mama basically, because Nila's husband mama must have raised him right, and Nila mama must have raised her the way she raised her. That's it.
I'm gonna tell you,
So wait. Tabitha said Miss Gomez is free at last. Free at last.
Things
I'm
all
tired of
over.
Tabitha.
She is
She's
free.
free at last.
She those beans for her own family, honey.
I'm tired of Tabitha. She's been making me laugh this whole night, and I keep telling her to stop.
She's free at last. Let me tell you something. You know who they need to have on that couch at that reunion? Miss Gomez.
With a pot of beans. With a pot of beans. With a pot of beans.
With a
pot of beans.
Come on. She needs to, Andy needs to have her on Watch What Happens Live, her own personal time, and give her a 45-minute segment.
And when she's up there, I want her recipe.
Yeah, we all want it, okay? Because when, like I said before, when a little kid is asking for beans, those are some mean beans, honey. She cooks a pot of beans.
She got to do a cooking segment for her.
A cooking segment, right? So wait, hold on one second. Dee said my favorite is Quad because she knows how to leave a cheating man, and she's a great Monty. She is a great Monty.
She is.
Everything that we've seen so far, she definitely is a great Monty. We got to give that up to Quad. And she needs to call Marlo and give her some tips for real. Okay.
And you see, she been driving her truck, Diva.
Oh, okay. She got the memo. She got the memo. Okay. She got the memo.
Pulled the truck out.
Yeah,
we were just late that day. We were just late.
Got that kid up there, that front seat on Dangerous and whatnot. Yes, she needs the big seat there. They told you good idea, Camilla.
I'm telling y'all. He needs to give her a 45-minute segment on Watch What Happens Live. Everybody would tune in and make sure Anila is not there trying to. Well, no, she can come and beg for her, for Miss Gomez to come back. But Miss Gomez look at her. No.
Hold on, Canelo. We got to deal with this, Chris. Quad, he said Quad needs to stop the animal abuse, okay?
It's to be no space for me. Wait.
Listen, the dogs, she dying the dogs of all kinds of colors, okay?
Chris ain't lying. Them dogs are being abused. And I need to find the Quad's address and go over there and rescue them dogs because they always look sad. They look like they're truly being put through the ringer.
No, the dogs don't know no different because they've been being dyed from birth. She been putting color on them from birth. Okay. But my thing is, what is the CPS for dogs? What is the CPS for dogs?
Look, I need to find out what county and Quad lives there. I think she said Fulton, but I got to figure it out.
You got to call the Humane Society.
Yes,
Humane Society. Them dogs are screaming for help, and I definitely need to rescue them. Because them little dogs, and then when she be fussing at them, they be like, "You done just dyed my hair, now I can't even walk around the kitchen." The little one will be his feet looking like, her feet be like this. Just be.
That's bad.
I'm like, no.
I was kind of turned off with the dog jumping in the suitcase though, because like you want your clothes smelling like fur and it's dark dog fur all in your suit. I ain't like that. Now I think Quad smell like dog.
No, I'm gonna tell you like this, Candy. No, them dogs are clean. I'm gonna tell you, them dogs are clean. She had them dogs scrubbed probably every week.
That's a dog. That's a dog, Canelo.
So I know it's a dog.
There's so much bathing you can do. It's gonna smell like a dog. A dog is a dog.
So but see, I feel like them the type of dogs. She probably don't even let them go outside. She probably got a dad on the porch, right in somewhere. They go to their business and come on back in.
We call in the what do we call them right here? The Humane Society. Yes. But listen, we calling them. But they well fed. They get groomed. Well, we calling them because she just dying them too much. They pink, red, yellow, orange, beige. Come on. They're going to get cancer.
But that's abusing in itself. That's abusing in itself.
The dog's going to have to get chemotherapy from all of that dye. It's too much, okay? But
Baby,
but
you
we
can
need
take
to know where Quad is getting. See, Diane, we agreed here, Diane, that we ain't going to question nobody's funds because you know why? I can't allow you to question Quad's funds because I told them they cannot question where Sheree gets her funds from for Chateau Sheree. So I got to be an equal opportunity person. We will not question. We will not question people's funds, okay?
The
Unless
only
they
people
get
we
arrested.
questioning is Toya and Eugene. They're the only ones.
Listen, unless they get arrested or the FBI comes, we're not questioning their funds, okay? How can she afford this mansion? We don't want to know about that. Eugene works 24/7 and he's coming up short. I'm just saying. Well, Eugene, listen, that we ain't questioning that. We're not gonna do that right now. So that we're not gonna do. Peter gonna get quiet. Yeah, go ahead.
Diane, just follow the breadcrumbs with Eugene. That's all you need to do. It lives right in the house right next to him. Sleep right next to him. That's where the money going. That's all you need to know.
So, but you know what? They say they have spray for the dog. Listen, even if that's dog spray, we got a problem with it. We do have a problem with it. We got a problem with it.
I've had a couple dogs, and I had the perfume, and you take them to go get groomed, and a dog still smells like a dog at the end of the day.
Yeah. Wait, it's Chateau. See, Chris, don't do that. It's Chateau Selma. Did Quad's doggy clothes not bringing in the money? You know what? That is right. What happened to Quad's dog line? The dog.
It wasn't bringing in money.
The Couture dog line. What happened with that?
It didn't bring in money.
Spring, summer. So September 2000.
No, it dropped. It did come out now.
Spring, summer 2020.
Since Candace brought that up, let me tell y'all, did y'all ever hear when Nene was right before Nene's last show? I mean, last season was season 12. Did y'all know they asked her Sheree's tagline? Somebody on her Instagram post said, you know, Nene's tagline should be summer, spring, winter, fall. I got joggers for you.
That's cute. That's cute. This ain't right. This ain't right now. Sheree gets Bob's pension. Quad get Mom's pension, and Mason SSI.
No, you wrong. You wrong, Satra.
You don't even know that one get SSI.
You wrong for that. We ain't got to get up in nobody's pockets over here. That's wrong. Ella, my girlfriend loves the color her dog. It apparently doesn't harm it. What is it? Do you? How do you say your name? Dewan? Am I saying that right? Dewan. If you get in spray out of can with the aerosol can with all them chemicals, okay, and look at the dog. The first couple of sprays, the dog is traumatized. Sitting there, the dog gotta sit there like.
I dyed my hair 2 years ago. It's just coming back. Okay.
Oh dang, Candace.
It took a while. Okay.
You know what? Wow. You're right. The dog gonna get alopecia from this darn spray paint. Come on now, don't do that. Spraying the dog like that. Yes, try to tell her to stop spraying that dog all the time. And listen, maybe do like a piece of hair. Do a piece. You ain't got to do the whole body.
She had the ears done. She had the mohawk done. She had the tails done. And then they wearing tutus and socks.
Yeah, she lost her mind. Animal cruelty. You know what, y'all. Okay, y'all give. You know what? We might have to. I don't know. We might have to, Canelo. We might have to bring Quad to court. I mean,
we got to.
This seems like we're going. You know, another day, we're gonna have to bring Quad to court because this is serious now. You know, now y'all sitting here, y'all getting me worked up. It is serious. If dogs can talk, they will call animals.
And my thing was previous season, you saw she had a car seat for them dogs, but she had little Mason in the front seat.
And she had little Mason on the front seat, all the legal and whatnot. So wait, Lorraine said her dog line fell, cookbook fell, Sister Circles canceled. See, Lorraine, you ain't got to do this. You don't have to do.
Well, actually, I think the cookbooks are working. She just ain't putting none out, but I think the ones she got out probably are working.
Okay,
than
so wait a minute, Camille. Let me finish reading. This
Go ahead.
DCBG brand ambassador not doing anything, but she can buy her a mansion. See, Lorraine, like, we not doing that. Poor dogs. The
Them
dogs are
ladies'
probably
husbands. Them ladies' husbands bought her that mansion.
yeah. Oh my God. See, y'all got me wrong now. Wait, Tracy said the dogs are probably pissed. I think the dogs feel some type of way. Uh-oh. We're gonna start a petition, save the dogs.
I cannot with y'all. I'm so done with y'all. Y'all know.
We gotta tell the dogs, bark twice if you need help.
I'm so tired of her. She been making me laugh this whole time. She doing that
Bark
on
twice
purpose.
if you need help. Quad trying to be a judge on LVP's show, Pooch Perfect, but didn't know it was canceled.
Ooh, Chris, the shade.
Oh God!
Yeah,
All right, guys.
Y'all got mad at Quad.
Yeah, Quad.
But
I'm gonna have to put her on the
wrong for
docket.
saying that about Toya. She was totally wrong, and she.
Well, you know what, Roya, and that's exactly why she's going to go on the docket. At some point, we're going to have to bring Card to court because that was messed up. You know, I forgot all about that. You know, there's several violations that she's doing here, and she was being shady. And she already know that Toya and Eugene got situations going on. You don't need to throw no smoke on their situation, okay? They're ready on shaky ground.
I'm gonna tell you, Toya can burn her own house down,
and she's messing with it. Their foundation is weak, and she's messing with it. So we can't. No, we bringing her to court next time, and it's a final. So we gotta find some judges that's gonna represent Quad. And then we're going to have some judges that will represent the other side. So we're going to have to do that. We'll figure out, bring her to court. So listen, guys, this was the episode was good. Okay. We saw some things. We're going to see how this goes next week. Now, tomorrow, listen, guys, I purchased, and you know what? If I see this Don Johnson Savage, she's going to give me back 10 of my dollars at the very least. Okay. I'm going to purchase this darn book. Can y'all see it? The Love and Joy of Robert. It's I think what is it, 17 pages. We're gonna review this tomorrow. This child don't even realize that she gonna have this. He still got court cases pending. This book right here, can we call it a book? Is 17 pages or is it a pamphlet? What is it? It's 17 pages.
The R. Kelly situation.
This is the R. Kelly situation. This is Jocelyn Savage. I purchased it off of Amazon so I could talk to you about this thing. It's 17 pages. It's very juvenile, but we'll get into that. But so what do we call 17 pages? Is it? Do we still call it a book? A pamphlet. Thank you, Blue. So I bought the darn pamphlet for $15.99. When I see her, listen, I'm not into violence.
That for Simone's book.
I ain't even charging that much.
Yeah, listen. I'm not into violence. Oh, it's a flyer. Yeah, I got the flyer for $15.99. Let me tell you something. I'm not into violence, but I promise you, if I see her, I may have to put my hands on her. She gonna give me back $10 or something like that. But this flyer, this pamphlet, this man got cases still pending. They're going to use this book and they're going to give him another 90 years. A short story. Okay. Let me tell you something. It's a hot mess. Let me just say something to you. She's talking about, what was the other girl that was with her in the end?
What's it,
Ariel. That girl. So she's talking about that girl, but she doesn't mention her name. So the girl is not that stupid. She a little off, but she's not that stupid because, like I said, she's talking about the other girl, but she doesn't mention her name. But I think she didn't mention her name for legal purposes, right? Yeah, cliff notes, a note from the editor. I don't know what you want to call this, right? And then she said Love and Joy of Robin. So her name Jocelyn, she spells it Joy. So she does a lot of play in this book with joy, I guess, because it's the first part of like her name or whatever the case may be. But this is like adult. It's going to be a little adultish tomorrow. So be prepared if you're coming in the building tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit of adult content because she writes some stuff in here that's very incriminating. Okay. And I don't think, what's so sad? I don't even think she realized it.
Mm-mm.
That's the sad part about it.
This was definitely a deal given to her. Somebody brought a deal to her with some money, and she told a story, and they dumbed it down, and wrote it to the best of her knowledge.
Well, if somebody wrote this for her, then I want to see the somebody because they on the short bus too.
Well, I feel like they had to make it sound like her, so they probably had.
So that's probably what they
down,
probably what they did, right? But it's insane. But let just one part. Let me tell you this. She said, my experience traveling with Robert for every concert every day was fun, yet exhausting. Jumping from city to city and receiving all this free service from his team was amazing. Watching him perform some of my favorite songs from the side of the stage made me fall in love with him even more. I didn't like Robert inviting girls backstage while performing at each concert, even though some of the girls were strangely young. I was like, what did this chick just say?
And she's marrying him, right?
Yeah. She said strangely young. I couldn't say much about it. I said, girl, do you want your baby daddy? Because she claims she's pregnant by him. I said, do you want him to get another 90 years on top of his 30 years?
That he ain't coming home.
How long has he been in the jail for her to be pregnant?
Well, see, that's why people are saying that she's lying, right? But if she's that crazy, because she has a picture of an ultrasound in here.
That ain't his baby.
Now look, that's comfortable business now, but I don't know if he get him or not. But I don't believe it's his either.
I don't know, but she talks about in this book, but she doesn't really give you real timelines and stuff like that. But she talks about also how she got the ring, how they got engaged. We're going to get into this mess tomorrow. Don't worry. It won't take me long to read it to you because literally, like I said, it's 17 pages. It's 17 pages. And listen, it's not even pages of full content. Look at this is one of the pages.
Oh, no.
Not a children's book.
No.
I'm trying to tell you, it's a postcard. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, when I see her, she owed me some money. She owed me some money. And she left
all of it back because that should have been free.
That should have been an Instagram post.
It should, girl. How about this? She doesn't even write, put her name on it. So I'm like, this is fishy. Like, why? Like, her name is not on it. It doesn't say the author is. Now, when you go on Amazon to purchase it, her name comes up. Grade 1 textbook. I'm trying to tell you, when you go on Amazon to purchase it, her name comes up. But her name is nowhere in this book as like she's the author. It literally is written like it's a book for a kid, but trust me, this is not kid information in here, like at all. And she incriminates him to the point where I was like, you know what, they're going to have this thing in court. And then in the back, it says Middletown, Delaware, August 14, 2022. So she just did the thing. She just put it out there. But like I said, nowhere in here does it say she's the author. Nowhere in here is it her picture. You said you think the book is fake, but her name is on. If you go to Instagram, it tells you to follow her, and her name is underneath there. The reason why I don't think it's fake because she tells how she met him, and she also tells how he was so obsessed with Aaliyah that he would call her Aaliyah.
I'm gonna tell you. The thing is, the reason why her name ain't on the book is because he's still going on trial. He's still got another case in Chicago. So if they find the book, they are not gonna. She thinks they're not gonna link it to her because her name is not on the book. Right. So if they do get it, they're gonna probably try to call her for witness. For a witness. So
but Camilla, it doesn't matter. On Amazon, her name is there.
I know.
But when I went to look for it, I had to type in her name because I didn't know the title of it.
Right.
And and her name does come up on Amazon for being the author of the book.
And that's what I'm saying. She ain't smart enough to know that.
Go ahead.
I don't think it's a fake book. I don't think it's a fake book. I think she got that book deal. Someone helps her put it together real fast to make a quick buck. And I think now that she knows how incriminating it is, now she's trying to backpedal and say it's not her book. when she can technically say, "Oh, I didn't write it, but it's your book, right?" And I think that's another reason why they're trying to push this wedding along so that she can't testify, because you can't get made to testify against your husband, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So even if they're married, if she wrote that book, if they get married, they can't ask her to testify on the book that she wrote, because at the end of the day, that's her husband now.
Well, see,
So is this a ploy by R.
his
Kelly?
lawyer? But wait a minute, you saying his lawyer came out and said she's not pregnant and not to purchase the book. They are using her name. Well, if they're using her name, why didn't they get this thing taken down?
That would be the question.
So do we think this is a ploy from R. Kelly to get him some money, maybe? Like,
it could be.
I think it's a ploy for Jocelyn to get her some money, and now it's backfired. If her lawyer said it's not her book, they using her name, why is the book still being sold? Why
Canelo, go on Amazon right now and see if you see it's still there.
All right, let me go right quick, because y'all know I got my Amazon is always unlocked. Okay. Let's see. What's her last name?
Savage, I believe it is.
Jocelyn Savage. Let's see. Is
Joy Celyn, I believe it's spelled. Because like I said, her name is funny. Her name's not on the book. Well, I will tell you this. The little bit she wrote in here, it seems believable 100%. Like I said, we're going to break it down tomorrow. I could literally read you every page because that's how short it is.
It's still up
there
still? $14.99. Still up.
Well, they owe me $1. It went down. It's on sale already. They owe me $1.
Baby, she owe you more than $1. She owe you more than $1.
Well, right now, Amazon owes me $1.
Baby, they owe you $14.99.
They do owe me $14, but right now they at least owe me $1 because I paid $15.99 for it. Now I know on Kindle you could drop it for free, but I already got classes. I can't be reading this stuff on the iPad and all that. Even though I know you could make the words bigger, I was like, it's zero. Yeah, it's zero on Kindle. What you doing, Divas? You know, Chris, don't do that, Chris.
But Chris, you gotta have you gotta have a subscription. You gotta have a subscription to Kindle in order to get it for that. You can't. And
I have Audible. I don't need another subscription to nothing. I have Audible, and I love it. I'm telling you, Mary, I got to get my daughter. She owes you $11. She owes me $11. Wait till I see her. I'm
they should have put that on Audible. That wasn't even worth paying her to waste your
Audible.
When I got this in the mail, I said, "This can't be serious." And what is it supposed to be? And listen, is it supposed to be Robin with the baby that she ain't have yet?
Yes.
She playing games. Who did this?
Very much so.
Who did this? Who did this? This is
giving me creep vibes.
That was probably done for her from a kindergarten. I'm just saying.
I don't know, but tomorrow, guys, if y'all want to hear more, we're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. She do talk about how she first met him. She talked about how she came to live with him. She talked about their sexual experience, and it is disgusting. It's messy. Like I said, if the lawyers get a hold of this book, he's getting 90 years on his next case. And he's worried about not getting jurors that saw surviving R. Kelly. You better ask that you don't have a juror that read this book. Okay.
And it's gonna be hard not to find no people who ain't read that book because it's already out there. They got it on.
Well, I don't know, Canilla. Was I the only fool to purchase it?
Dave, I wouldn't say fool, but you probably was gullible enough to buy it, baby, because I was just sitting back quick. $15 for 17. I ain't even charging that much.
This is teaching you not to buy Ralph's book. Don't get Ralph's book.
I know. It was $15.99. It was $15.99. You know what, Abishai? You right. I gotta bring her to court. I'm gonna bring her to court. She playing games with me. And listen. And when she come to court, she better be at least 6 to 7 months pregnant. She better be pregnant. I'm gonna do my own notes.
I can find some pictures of her behind right now.
I haven't been able to see her on.
You haven't? Okay. Because I'm gonna go search for her behind. Breeding the grossness.
Yeah. No, we gonna get into this tomorrow. I think I'm doing a little earlier tomorrow too. Just so it won't be on so late. Like maybe I'll do 7:30. I'm not sure, but tomorrow we're getting Love and Joy of Robert. Okay, the Love and Joy Robert. That's what she named it. But my thing is, this man was straight calling you Aaliyah, and you was cool with it because he was obsessed with Aaliyah.
Like, well,
Child,
you know what
documentary
though?
was just
Damon Dash, the lady that Dame Dash is with, that he tried to get pregnant and stuff and trying to marry, and her family don't want her to marry him right now because of his finances. She said on that Growing Up Hip Hop show that sometimes he called her Aaliyah. And
oh my God.
He tell her like, well, Aaliyah would have did this, or it's the whole what would Aaliyah do thing in their house. And she said sometimes she talked to Aaliyah and be like, to try to get closer to him. That's what she said.
Oh my God.
So
see,
Aaliyah was a bad man.
That could be a whole another conversation for another day. When these women, when you lose yourself for a man, you gotta pull your whole, like, come on now. Like, just like this Ariana, like, come on now, girl. Okay, you was a side chick. You got played. Okay, you thought you wasn't going to get played. You got played, but now let it go. Like, you're breaking down every other second on social media, and it's just too much. But listen, guys, Robert tomorrow in Gail's way. Robert, sit down, Robert. Okay.
And she was so calm with it, makes it so funny. Robert. Robert.
Yeah, because you know what? She wasn't scared of him. I mean, all the other producers and everything was all shooken up like he was about to do something. He was like, this is my life. Yeah, this is your life, but this is the life you chose. Okay. And now
decisions you made.
Yeah. Now they said with the next case, they got mad VHS tapes. He's done. Doesn't matter who his juror is. He's done.
Diva, they better make sure they got that tape with the underage girl, because that's incriminating, because they had that in the first case. So hopefully they still got it.
Listen, Canelo, they need the book right here. This girl said.
Diva, don't ever call
no, listen. Hold on 1 second, Canelo. Hold on 1 second. He said, I didn't like Robin inviting girls backstage while performing at each concert, even though some of the girls were strangely young. She said, I couldn't say much about it.
But she was sleeping with but she was sleeping with the strangely young girls too.
I'm trying, girl.
Yes. And Diva, don't ever call that a book again. You mean pamphlet.
Oh, I mean pamphlet. Flyer.
Pamphlet.
Flyer. They beat me out my cash, but we're gonna get into this tomorrow. I hope Mary. Listen, I hope Robert is getting therapy in prison. I hope he's getting therapy. I hope he's going to school. I mean, unfortunately, sometimes prison is the best thing that happened to some people. And maybe in his particular case, it will be the best thing that ever happened to him. And maybe he could teach people music while he's behind bars. Because listen, that's it. He's done. He's spending his life in jail, no matter what you do about it. He's spending his, are they treated? Oh, well, you know what? Hopefully they are, because I don't know what he do or don't do, but you don't want him spreading nothing up in the jail. Okay, you don't want nobody in the jail to have to get a penicillin shot. Anyway, y'all gonna.
And I was being shady, Dr. Jackie.
Okay.
I'm just trying to tell you. But listen, guys, I love y'all. We about to close this thing out. I will go to you, Erica. First, what do you want to say in closing here?
I can't wait till tomorrow to read your 17 sticky notes.
Girl, 17. That's what, you know what? That's exactly what it is. Sticky notes. She beat me out. Wait. Did you see that? There's 7 of the 17 pages that are like that. She beat me out my cash. I promise you I'm going to get her when I see her. You're right there. I hope he gets some education and come out knowing how to take. Well, Ruth, he's not coming out, but we want him to get some education while he's there. He's not coming out. And you know what? If he only had one case and he got the 30 years, then I would say, okay, he might stand a chance, right? But he got this 30 years and he still has cases to go. Like, my thing is, I would tell them, listen, stop wasting my money I don't have, and you get court fines. You get all of this stuff. I would tell them, don't waste the money. Just sentence me and stop playing, because y'all playing with me now. You're playing with my emotions now. And he's stupid. He's playing into it. Oh, can you find jurors that didn't see Surviving R. Kelly? Well, everybody saw it.
And that will be the first ones I get.
Yeah. So okay, so Erica, did I cut you off? Are you good?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, Roy, what do you want to say? How we closing this thing out?
We closing this thing out saying Married to Medicine has been great this far this season. You know, Heavenly is giving what she's supposed to give. Contessa
He loves
is
saying that every
still.
review.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
we gotta speak it.
Bro, yeah, hurry up so I
Contessa-
can say my piece.
Contessa is still, riding the same storyline of whatever. But I feel like we're kind of on a down slope of this season. We're kind of coming down from all the drama, so it's interesting to see how the next couple of episodes are going to unfold. I think we've seen in the preview Dr. Heavenly apologizing seriously, and everybody having a conversation with her about we have to be careful what we say and all of this stuff. Hypocrisy. But I'm glad. I'm interested to see what's going to happen. And y'all go check out Auntie Heavenly's reviews. We do them Sundays, if not Sunday on Monday. We getting prepped for this reunion. So it's gonna be some interesting stuff to happen at this reunion. So
Roy,
get ready.
it's not on a downward spiral. Your auntie and uncle supposed to be getting into it this season.
And she sure did say that.
Yes.
She said it too. She said it. So I'm waiting for
but
that
she
episode.
also said we're gonna watch to see how they brought it back home and back together. And
But they still get into it though. So this
shout
will be
out to
our
Dr. Heavenly celebrating 25 years of marriage to Dr. Damon today. Woo woo!
Woo-hoo.
I can't stand right here.
We give it up. 25 years. We'll give it up for 25 years.
Yes,
we'll give it up for 25 years. Okay, so wait. Tabitha said R. Kelly should get a law degree. We the people have what for you, Kelly?
Hope.
No, we don't. Tabitha,
Hope,
you're lying.
have hope for you, Kelly? Tabitha.
Would it be wrong?
No, girl. Now you know
this
good
is
day and well. We ain't got no hope for him.
I
He's
Yeah.
gonna be despair in jail.
I mean, I got hope that he gets healed while he's in prison. But do I think he's ever going to see the light of day? I don't. I don't. And then because he still has another sentence coming, I don't know if, because it's something with concurrent or consecutively. Listen, I don't know, because I don't plan to ever be in nobody's courtroom facing no charges, okay? But I think that if they do like concurrent or something like that, that means that he would have to serve the 30 years and then serve whatever other sentence that they give him. It's just nasty.
He needs to. He has spent enough time being free while you was free. You was still doing what you was doing.
Right.
And unfortunately, everybody has to pay for our consequences. And once we do, it's time to pay.
And it's time for him because he should have went to jail back in the early 2000s when he was on trial the first time.
Yeah.
He should have been in jail then.
Yeah, he's done. He's done. But Canelo, how do you want to close this thing out?
All right, let me close this out. Roy, you know I'm coming to you first. Don't ever put your auntie out there again.
Hey there, see. Okay. Canelo, we're gonna call you the flip flopper. You're gonna be the Simone of the group.
I'm gonna be the flip flopper. I got a love relationship
you want me
with
to
her.
shout her out, or you don't want me to shout her out? Whatever. Get out of here, Simone flip flopper.
Flip flop. He on the side one day he on that side, the next day he on the other. Go ahead, Canelo.
But anyway, I got to mess with Royer. He know I got to mess with him. But the show was good. It was good. The show was good. Can't wait to fight with Royer next week because we're gonna have to fight. But then I can't wait for the Mara Diva because I'm gonna be in the bushes looking at you. Read this pamphlet, this flyer, this book. You need to send back ASAP. I mean, do not waste time. I will send you the money to send it back express. You need to overnight.
Yeah, I'm not. You know what? I'm not going to send it back. Like I said, I just need to see her.
Look, Diva, get her for an interview and then charge her the $16 for you.
Okay. I just need to see her. And you know what? I don't think she's on social media. I couldn't find her.
Probably not.
I was able to follow her through Amazon. I have to go check into this. But like I said, she did her boo a disservice. So the best thing they can do is get married so she won't have to testify against him. But they'll just use her written words. So this pamphlet was a whole disaster. Yeah, Lee. See, you know what, Lee? You playing games now. You playing games.
But Reba, I'm gonna say this.
You playing games, yeah. No, y'all saying I could read it and send it back. I'm not gonna do that though. I'm not gonna do that. I just have to eat the $16. But I will inquire tomorrow about getting my dollar back because it went on sale already. It was $14.99. I ain't playing that. Give me my dollar. Give me credit me on my Amazon account. Okay, I ain't doing that. And I promise you, I'm gonna call that 1-800 number and tell them, give me my dollar credit, give me my 99 cents. I ain't playing. You know, and Lisa, hey, boo, we about to close this thing out. How are you? We missed you. Where you been? Where you been?
You know, I'm sorry, babe. You know I know I'm come see you. Y'all become my favorites becoming at the same time. I just get off for go. Y'all
so you playing us out. You playing us out.
Oh, she moonlighting.
No, Lisa. You got favorites, but I'm at the bottom of the list. I feel you.
No, you're not.
I feel you.
Oh, Lisa.
I feel you.
Dr. Jackie has entered the building.
He got the list on Facebook.
I'm dead
last for you. I'm dead last.
Best for last.
Okay, let me say.
Yeah, go ahead, Lisa.
I'm like, you know how much I don't like Heavenly now. I'm kind of with her. What she said, I'm really that's about this much.
It's okay.
I'm kind of what she said.
We got Erica yesterday.
So
we got you today. Come on.
I was with her when she said, but I'm also like the other girl. You focus on so much on our things. You don't want to talk about your own marriage on TV. You keep talking about your marriage is perfect, baby. Ain't no such thing, no perfect marriage, okay? I'm sorry to say it, because every marriage go through the ups and downs. Especially like you said you and daddy been married 25 years, 30 years, baby dog. Y'all went through the ups and downs like everybody else. Like, that's one thing I can't say about Simone. Her and Cecil can say they have been through the ups and downs of their marriage, okay? And they put it out there. They let people know it's not easy being married. But you got to work for it, though. You know what I'm saying?
You got to work for it. Come on, Lisa.
I'm like that, though, and I'm with it. And you know, I'm with it like that girl. But Dr. Jackie kind of surprised me. She put out that whip. I'm like, hold up, what we going on, honey?
Don't let Dr. Jackie surprise you. Lisa, let there be light over there. Why are you in the dark?
Hold on.
No, we're about to close this. We're about to close this thing. Okay, let's turn on the flashlight. Turn on the flashlight.
What's that girl name is with arguing with Toya? I'm gonna tell you something, honey. Don't nobody care about you being African. We live our name. I'm telling you something, baby. You ain't in Africa no more, okay? You over here in America, okay? And we doing this kind of stuff over there, okay? So I'm so tired. I am so tired of these people coming over here and they want to say about it, but this what we do in the old name. This what we do in the old name. Like, you in America, baby doll, okay? So get that mess out your mind. And when you in America, you gotta do what the Americans do, okay? Okay, and it was nothing but a joke. And she kept saying it was nothing but a joke. Okay, just leave it alone. You want to come for little Toy, you want to come for Toy because everybody trying to come for Toy. See, Toy should have told. Toy should have shut her mouth down. See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what's wrong with Toy. See, something Latoya, baby, that you need to get on the floor and shut them bees down on her. Okay. So what? You and Eugene got to move every 5 years, every 2 or 3 years.
Every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes.
Every 365 days. No, Lisa.
Like that, okay?
Lisa, no. They move every 365 days and under.
Lisa came in and set the kettle on fire, okay?
All of this.
Lisa, I'm not letting y'all get away with that one. I'm still
gonna buy my Louboutins and my Chinuka boots and Gucci and Lucci and Gucci too, okay? And we're gonna keep on moving, okay? And so while you need to go there and sit down somewhere and with your lawyer degree, because all you want to be, you won't come for me because you think somebody done told you about me, so you think I'm gonna go after Latoya. Baby, Latoya, find somebody and shut that female down.
Wait, Lisa, hold on 1 second. Chris said Toya.
Chris, no, you need to put that double
houses already.
Okay, Chris, I'm working on my first dream house. Girl that had 6 dream houses in the last how many years?
9.
All right. Y'all killing me.
my God.
Okay,
But y'all know,
Lisa.
I was too, because I've been having episodes all day long.
Lisa.
I'm for real. I've been having episodes all day long, and I have not.
Lisa. I
Mhm.
love you. You came to me late because I'm at the bottom of your list, but it's okay. But I still love
And
you,
you're not
okay?
the bottom, baby.
Yeah, I'm at the bottom.
Same time.
No, I'm at the bottom. It's all good. I love you still. I still love
Oh,
you.
baby,
You know, your top
you know I
one,
love you.
you got a top 10 list, and I come in number 10.5. Come on, Lisa. That's how you do. That's how you doing me. Then you coming in the last 90 seconds, and you want to squeeze everything in from the beginning of the episode to the end.
Baby.
You like boom, 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 boom. No, Lisa, it's over. We saying goodnight. You came in while we saying goodnight, boo. I love you though. I love you. I love you, but what you gotta do, Lisa, is if you truly love me, you gotta move me up the list somewhere. Can I come in at number 5? Number 6? Something. Because if I come in at number 5 or 6, you may get here halfway through the show.
She'll come in right at the halfway mark if she's number 5.
If she moves me up the ladder.
Look.
Lisa say, let me tell you something, baby doll. You got a lot of shows. Lisa say, let me tell you something, baby doll. There's a lot of people on at one time, now. Don't put that much
I was late
pressure
the
on
other
her.
week when Dr. Heavenly was having class, D, but I slid in the middle of it.
You slid in. Yeah, okay. Nah. She told me, but you know what though? This what we gonna get to, Lisa, because you straight up told the truth. Listen, she said, I'm here, baby girl. I'm here, baby doll, but I came late because you ain't at the top of my list. You ain't number 1. You ain't number 1.
Y'all ain't doing this to me tonight. I already got a headache.
But no, I'm for real. I've been having episodes all day long. I've been having episodes. I've been in my mind, and I just said found.
Well, Lisa, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you. Yeah. You know I love you. I'm gonna pray for you. I want nothing but the best for you.
Yeah, because I've been having episodes.
Yeah, I'm gonna pray for you. But listen, baby doll. When I say my prayer tonight, I'm gonna pray that I come up your list, maybe 5.5, maybe I ain't got to be number 1. I ain't got to be number 1, but maybe 5.5. Maybe I come in 6th place. Okay, this what she do, Canelo. This her list. It's Sherelle, it's Gabor, it's Mims, it's you. Then it's Bubblegum Channel. Listen, wait, hold on, Canelo. It's the Bubblegum Channel. It's the Popcorn Channel. It's the Soda Pop Channel. And then I come in. It is me.
No, Diva, the guy down the street. The guy down the street.
Diva, your point higher than me. I don't see Lisa, but like once a month.
The Bubblegum Channel, okay?
It's the Bubblegum Channel.
You come before the Bubblegum Channel.
She watched some chewing gum before she come to me. She watched some chewing gum. Listen, Lisa, we love you. All right, guys, we got to go because tomorrow night I'm doing this pamphlet, this flyer, this book, whatever we calling it, that I got ripped off for $15.99, and in 2 days it went on sale for $14.99. By the time I finish reading the book, it's going to be out there for $1.99. I can't do this right now.
I'm done. I am so done.
I love you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Love you guys.
We'll be doing the Mark Kelly book, okay? Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Guys.
Bye.
Okay, how can I get off?